Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the Caves of Qud. I have had a busy day today, and if I'm honest, I've spent the whole day thinking about the moment when I was going to get to sit down and start recording again. This and Alan Wake are really pulling me through. Not that I'm not having fun with Battletech, but Battletech's a marathon, not a sprint. These two, though, magnetic. My mind was just sundered. The condition of my mind, not so good. I don't really know how we're going to get out of this. Let's take a moment and look at our inventory. We probably have some kind of something. What could do something, right? Here's the big problem. I don't know where the thing is that sundered me. I don't have the vision necessary to necessarily physically sunder him right back. And the fact that we got hit for 7 there makes me think that we could die in real short order if we don't get out of here. It is dangerous to fight at night. It seems like a lot of things have better night vision than... a lot of things have better night vision than your character does. So here's my plan. I think we're going to sprint. We're going to sprint and we're just going to try to stick to the wall, keep the thing's line of sight abbreviated as much as possible, and hope to just make it out of here that way. It's not exactly like an incredible plan, but... in theory, it has a maximum visual range, right? It can't necessarily just see us forever. And now we got trees and stuff. I bet we're going to get away. Also, I just realized that some of the numbers on my keypad are kind of sticky. This keyboard's like 10 years old at this point, so maybe it's time to buy a new keyboard, but that's going to cause a problem. Yep, my my numpad 1 is just down permanently. Hey, that's an issue. Alright, let's take a moment here. Let's step out to the to this menu where pressing the 1 button won't do anything, so I can try to fix this. Okay, it got everything's fine now, and I'm sure it won't come back to bite us in the future. Let's continue. So, am I allowed to... I am allowed to just go out to the world map. Okay, somehow we ended up north of where we were trying to go. I'm fine with continuing to walk there the old-fashioned way. Listen, I get turned around very easily in real life too, so this is not a huge surprise to me. I cannot go south because of all the shale. I'll tell you what, if we could figure out what it was that was trying to eat our brain and we could, like, inject it with love, I think that would probably be a good idea. Is that a chameleon, or what the hell am I seeing down here? Okay, it relocked. It is a chameleon. It is a horned chameleon, not the friendly kind of horned chameleon. A narrow bone extrudes from his head. He is equipped with horns and bite, and hostility, one of the most important weapons of all. Well, I'm gonna... maybe he hasn't seen us. I'm just gonna go this way. He is definitely coming toward me. Alright, I'm gonna move down here. I wanna get clear of the dragonfly, so as not to accidentally shoot it. Oh dear, I seem to have nailed that Equimax. Well, I bet he has feelings about that. How dangerous is an Equimax? Oh, very tough. Just very tough is all. I'm bummed about that one. Hopefully his night vision not so good. Alright, we're gonna go this way and try to lose our pursuers in these plants. Uh-oh, I slipped on slime. So, sometimes we see an arrow fly past us, as we did there when I slipped on the slime. People have helpfully informed me that sometimes that is a way that the game shows forced movement, basically. Like, that arrow was not a projectile, it was just indicating that we slipped, basically. Did I lose him? Might have lost him. Okay, foliage. Foliage is good. Hey, I got a new idea. Why don't we go to the world map? Let's just go straight to the thing here. Can I not do that? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong key. I was missing my numpad entirely is why I was not moving. I know that this is like... this is dangerous. It's so dangerous to go right in, but we're having such a bad time going around it too. You know what? Let's go back to town. I'm going back to Joppa. That's what we're going to do. We're going to head back to Joppa. We're going to do a little bit of trading here. We have stuff. I have a full inventory full of trade goods, and you desperately need them. Please, let us trade. When I said I have a full inventory full of trade goods, I didn't really have a plan on that. Let's sell you this. It looks like I'm not going to be able to use these glowfish corpses for anything, so have them. Obviously, no food is being sold here. I will sell you all this kind of stuff. Okay, a Desert Chris, fairly valuable as far as weapons go. Certainly don't need a Steel Vine Reaper, but man, that sells well. Did I pick up a small stone? I don't want a small stone. So we don't need this. We have a beaded bracelet that I would absolutely love to sell. A box of crayons that I think has no value except to be sold, right? It's in the trade goods section. Alright. What have you, Tam the Dromad Mercenary, that I might want? Nothing. It turns out your inventory hasn't changed even one tiny little bit. I guess we've only been away for, for a very brief time. Okay, well, I think he might not have had those canteens before. I certainly don't want raw bear meat. Maybe I'm just taking out this whole trade in 86 drams of water? That doesn't feel so good. I mean, I don't want to trade for those spectacles just to... You know what? Give me this skull. I'm wearing a thing on my head now, but give me this skull. This might be better. Yeah, you will give me 38 drams of fresh water. Okay. What was I wearing on my head right now? Right now I have a wide-brimmed hat, which is like... It's not that exciting. This has armor at value. Also, it's a cool skull. I don't even know what a knollworm is. It's hideous, it's plated, it has a gaping beak, you know, a great big hole for that beak you might have. Alright, I'm cool with that. We're going to reload our musket, and then I think at this point we can just try to go back out. Basically what I wanted to do there was, first of all, give things time to calm down, hopefully get that Equimax to forget about us, and secondly, to lighten our load just a tiny bit here. So, what is the meaning of... Okay, they have a little bit in their top right. These two tiles have a little bit in the top right of them, and it just means you saw a thing here. We saw a pig farm here, and Haroon's pasture there. Alright. We're gonna try this again, and this time it's just totally gonna work. We're just gonna go straight northwards. Friendly Equimaxes, right? Very tough, but extremely neutral. Look how neutral he is. What is going on here? Bridge. Oh, that's a bridge. That's, of course, that's what bridges look like, obviously. Alright, well, maybe we should cross the bridge, because it looks like the river trends northwest, so... Greetings, fair Equimaxes. Please do not kick me. That's a dog corpse. That's just a dead dog. Hell of a thing to find. I assume he tried to mess with the Equimax. And, of course, as we all know, unwise to mess with the Equimax. Oh, wait. Is that one of those things? Oh, yeah, I do need to reload. Is that one of, you know, those things? No, this is a normal two-headed boar. This is not one of those spitting snout guys that killed me last time. What's he doing against that Equimax? The Equimax is covered in blood, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's his blood. No, the Equimax is fine, and this thing is injured. Yo, don't mess with these things. They are not a joke. Oh, somebody over there is stunned. A bloody, irritable tortoise was killed. There are a lot of irritable tortoises. I'm assuming, yeah, that Equimax is going to easily dispatch his foe. So, it's dangerous to fight with ranged weapons in such a way that you might hit an Equimax, but it is worth remembering that you could make the same situation true for your opponents, right? You could potentially get them to accidentally shoot the Equimax, and then think how badly their lives would be going. I am a terrible shot. Get a little closer. There we go. Only one of them actually wanted to cross the river to come get me. Ooh, studded leather armor. That might be slightly better than mine. Ah, -2 dog. That's, that is certainly a trade-off. I don't know that I feel comfortable making it. But I will, of course, pick it up, because I have some space again. Alright. No, don't bother. We could probably just truck stuff back and forth to town over and over again and make a significant amount of water. Oh, a star apple tree. And I say, that's a kind of plant I don't recognize. Would like to please interact with star apple tree. Oh, it has no star apples. Oh, but look, that one down in the bottom left, that totally has a slightly different, what do you call it? Slightly different sprite. Let's go get the star apples from that one. Do I want to try to charm that brute? Also, do I think he saw me? Yes, I think it is likely that he saw me. Uh-oh. Snapjaw Warlord that I accidentally shot for 15 damage. Not only did I not see him, but I was extremely not aiming in that direction. Okay, so this guy's like a problem. Well, you know, relative to... Uh-oh. You know what's really a problem is the fact that I can't hit this Snapjaw Brute for the life of me. It might literally be for the life of me. What happens if I engage in melee with it? It hits me for 2, and I hit it for more, and it's badly wounded, and I'm feeling alright. I'm actually like an okay fighter. And I have reasonable armor. Ooh, an Iron Dagger. Actually, we should definitely take an Iron Dagger. Get. Iron weapons seem to sell pretty well. Uh-oh. Can I... Really, there's nothing... But this star apple tree clearly has star apples on it. Okay, well, we've been spotted. Ah, man. I don't want to have to deal with that boar. I'm going to go across the river. Let's see if they might not be willing to chase us. Oops, accidentally killed the Snapjaw. Some animals are not willing to chase you across a river, it seems. Not all of them. Some of them just seem to be a little choosy about where they will get in the water. Alright, killing a two-headed boar. Very, very good for our XP. How much ammo do we have left? 22. Alright, we gotta be careful. So we're supposed to go straight north in order to encounter the tile that that Geologist Home is on. Did we lose a Snapjaw? I don't think yeah, I was gonna say, there definitely was at least one more Snapjaw that we saw that I did not kill. We may as well let him get real close before I, Ooh. What's it engraved with? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Let's look at this. Why, it is engraved with a scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Yusa II. At a remote laboratory, Yusa II formulated a hypothesis that evoked the presence of a computerized circuit board. She named it Bliss of Circuit Board. Okay. That's cool. I think we should probably take this. My guess is that that will sell quite a bit better for being engraved. God, there are so many enemies. Alright, I'm going to start meleeing these guys to death. Well, apparently I've been overestimating the difficulty of meleeing random Snapjaws. Oh, an engraved hand axe. That is also probably worth looking at. The Sultan Reshef. Hey, that's a big one. In 3 BR, the gyre widened, and the first triad of plagues afflicted the land. The water was poisoned with salt, Gershlings ravaged the fruit and wheat, and tongues rotted away in the mouths of kith and kin. Ugh. Reshef walked below the chrome arches and healed the sick. Okay, well, good on you, Reshef. Get, please. Okay, there it is. I was wondering how long until the overburden. I'm not very much overburdened. Alright, here's the thing. We don't have a lot of food that has weight, and we are hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. It's bland, but for a film of fat. Why were the precursors so averse to knowing what they ate? You are now sated and tumescent. So I over it. What the hell is tumescent? It's a measure of our thirst level. Like, I know what the word tumescent means in life, but it's not a thing that I would think I would get about my thirst. Unless you're, like, really enjoying how much you're not thirsty right now. I'm still carrying too much. Yes, of course. I knew that wasn't enough weight. I was just thinking in terms of dropping weight while doing other stuff. These iron daggers are fairly valuable and are also quite light. I'm going to drop these bronze swords, I think. We don't need these. Why, they're not even engraved. We'll hold on to the two-handed sword for the moment. It'd be really cool to find, like, a door. A door in this wall would be cool. Stuff is definitely being thrown at me. What is that thing? Why, it's a seed-spitting vine. Okay, it has sap. So I managed to dodge. Wait, are they moving? The vine was like right here, wasn't it? Hold on, we're gonna move in such a way as to not lose sight of it. Okay. And then, I mean, we may as well. I have an empty water skin. I don't know if sap is really useful, but let's have a look at it. I don't actually know what sap is for. It might be a thing you could cook with, potentially? No, I know what the water skin is. I meant look at the... I meant give me information about the drink, obviously. Okay, well, let's not just put it in us. Why would I... Why would look in that situation be look at water skin? Come on. Come on, you know what I'm looking for. Yo, this is, not working. Maybe we should... We should go back the other way. Hold on a second. Hello, glow crows. You know, I'm cool with the wildlife that's going to be friendly. I don't have to fight everybody. Let's try going the other way and seeing if there's a break in the wall somewhere. Alright, smash up some dudes. It's getting to the point where it's very, very easy for us to murder these guys with a knife. I do appreciate that we were able to acquire a good knife early on here. Crocossins. Well, sign me up. Get and then look at. These are roughly as effective. These give reputation with unshelled reptiles. So there's a reputation point at which wildlife just don't bother you, right? Non-hostile members, not explicitly hostile members of a class will just not bother you anymore. I guess the idea is, like, if you get enough things that make you kind of look like a, enough things that kind of make you look like a bear, then other bears won't bother you because you look like a bear, but it's using the reputation system to make that happen, which leads to some kind of strange text. It's wild to me that I can't interact with this star apple tree. Whoa! I took 2 damage from Wofubumo. Muow? Anyway, he's a Snapjaw Fire Snarler, and he's got all the pyrokinesis. You know what I do have the ability to do is dive into this water. It seems like there's maybe a lot of fire coming out of there. Here, you know what I want to do? I don't know exactly what we're looking at here. I don't see the Fire Snarler, but let's break line of sight. Let them come to us a little bit. We can carve up his vanguard at least, and then... Alright, 3 Snapjaws was all I saw. There he is. There's our man. Also, he's got a hunter of some kind behind him. You know, the kind that's just called a hunter. Okay, so what's your deal? He is loved by the Snapjaws, hated by worms. Worms famously easily offended. Disliked by highly entropic beings for eavesdropping on their secret ceremonies. And he has a blood-stained neck ring. Does that mean like a ring hanging from around his neck on a chain? Or like, is that like a choker? I guess we'll inspect it after we murder the entire hell out of him. Sorry, I didn't actually look at... He is rated average to us. Okay, so we can totally kill him, probably. We can totally, maybe, probably kill him. I'm gonna try stabbing him. It did not penetrate his armor, and then he did short sword me. So that's not a great start. And also, more enemies. Then I shot him. Wait, did I? It doesn't look like I shot him. He got 2 attack rolls there, and it pushed the thing I did off the top of the screen. There we go. Okay, 5 damage. So... that has... I mean, it's something. We might be in a little bit of trouble here, though. He seems to actually be a pretty good fighter. I was kind of hoping that because he was a fireball shooting guy, that he would not be good at physical combat. We could... don't really have a lot of toys here. We could try the love thing. Have we even given any thought to trying the love thing? I'm gonna do it. Whip. Place of my dagger. And then, with my very, very good agility rating, we stab him. Hooah. Did it work? It says he applies a love injector. It totally did work. Okay. Limited duration. Everyone remember that. However, it's a good start. For 3,000 or so turns, we have a friend. I assume when the thing runs out, I'm going to have to kill him. Alright, let's just re-equip my knife. What is the story with this? A scavenger. He has a witchwood wreath, and also a great big stab wound. Yep, that totally did work. Okay, this dude is very good at combat, is what I'm learning. Let's have a look at this witchwood wreath, and by have a look at, I mean take, obviously. Because that's probably pretty light, and it probably sells. Ooh, we auto got us a copper nugget. Okay, so... welcome to the team, guy whose name I can't pronounce. He's doing something down there. I'm just gonna continue looking for a gap in the wall here. You have... oh, the way is blocked by some shale. You gotta be able to enter this place somehow, right? Oh, that's my dude. Okay. I thought for a second there that he hasn't aggroed these Equimaxes, has he? Neutral and neutral. Covered in blood, but you know, kind of a neutral covered in blood. Okay, so we found a way around the wall. Apparently these geologists are they're very security-minded. Get him, pet! This is actually working pretty well. This dude is taking a lot of damage as he is trying to chase us. Now I stab him. Yeah, we got through. Interesting that he missed us with his attack. We are leveling up this thing we're going to have to kill eventually. It's interesting that he missed us with his attack there, because he rolled a 12 against our value of 12, it said. Our dodge value is 12. So I guess ties go to the defender in this game, which I think is not how it works in pretty much every game I'm familiar with. This item is engraved with a scene from Yusa II's life. Late in 6742 BR, after several tumultuous years, Yusa II's counselor suggested she step down. Instead, she murdered each one with malicious soldering. Wow, that is a hardcore way to murder someone. I mean, that's not easy. That's going to take some time. Time and effort. You have to be very committed to that murder. Uh-oh. More stuff is happening. So is this another fire... Are you a fire guy? I don't know where this fire... oh, no, that's probably our guy, right? Our guy who loves fires. And that's a salt hopper, which is rated as tough, and I am going to fall back. I'm not saying that we shouldn't try to kill the tough thing. I am saying that I personally probably should not try to kill the tough thing. Is our dude gone? It's hard to tell. Oh, God. Is that him down there? Here's the problem with this. He looks just like all the other enemies. Okay, he is still friendly. Everything's still cool. Reload the musket. What if we just reload the musket? So it seems like the salt hopper is pretty slow. Maybe just because it's in the water. Also, I'm a bad shot. Okay, we did hit it. I'm concerned that it's going to kill me if it catches me. Hold on a second. So when I do a map transition, is my dude always going to appear right next to me immediately? That's interesting. That's very good information. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom of the traversable area here. Oh, wait, I can't transition onto the map there. There we go. Try to make sure I'm putting him between me and the salt hopper. Okay, I did hit it again, so it's taken a fair amount of damage. It's reading as injured. It's beyond fine, so that's a good sign. I mean, can I just keep cheesing the map barrier to kill this thing from a distance? I should reload. Okay, our dude set it on fire a little bit. Looks like that did the job. Yo, he's extremely useful. What a helpful guy. Okay, so we got another level up. This is an interesting level up for us because it means we have a lot of skill points. We have a number of skill points sufficient to really pick up some stuff. So, hey, here's a question. Why does this have juke in red after? I would have assumed that the juke being in the description here would mean that you have to have juke in order to take this. But it is lit up the way the stuff that we can take usually is. So maybe it's just 23 agility is the amount, is the requirement. And then the juke after that is just noting that if you have juke, you get additional benefit. Maybe. Short blade attacks that penetrate have a 75% chance to cause your opponent to bleed for 0 to 1 damage per turn. Okay, that doesn't seem awesome. When you wield a short blade, you make offhand attacks twice as often. Seems very difficult to find time to hold stuff in your offhand, given the importance of holding a torch. You make an attack with a short blade in your primary hand, looking for a weak spot in your opponent's armor. If you hit, you penetrate exactly once and hobble them, which lets you run away and then shoot them with your musket, should that be the sort of thing you need to do. Actually seems kind of interesting. Whenever you juke an opponent while wielding a short blade, make a free attack. If you have Bloodletter, it also definitely causes bleeding. Okay, yo, what's juke? Where can I find a juke, please? Because it seems like a thing that would be really useful. Is it tactics? No, sorry, I was trying to expand. It is a tactics. Cooldown 40, move 1 square at no action cost. Okay. That's a lot of skill points. It does seem like a useful thing to have, though. Hurdle seems not amazing. Do we have... There's a firearm skill, right? Bow and rifle. Should we pick up some bow and rifle type stuff? Oh, there's a lot of options in bow and rifle. Alright, steady hands. For the purposes of determining your accuracy, your agility is treated as if it were 4 points higher. Yo! Okay, so we just get that if we buy the bow and rifle category? That seems awfully good. Draw a bead. Spends a turn to draw a bead on a target. Whenever you fire at the marked target, your agility is treated as if it were 2 points higher. But you may only mark one target at a time. This fires at a marked target. If shot penetrates, it roots them for a couple of turns. That seems great. Let's get ourselves bow and rifle. Purchase, please. Yes. Alright, because steady hand seems great, and draw a bead seems like it will at least occasionally be useful. And then some of these... What is Ultra Fire? You fire at a marked target, your shot combines the effects of all other fire powers. Oh, such as Beacon Fire and Suppressive Fire. As long as your target is flaming, luminous, or phosphorescent, Surefire is upgraded to Beacon Fire. Beacon Fire shots are also treated as critical hits. Okay, there's a lot to earn here. Oh, hey, also, we could pick up some meal preparation stuff if we grabbed Cooking and Gathering, which might be the thing to do on the next level, because we do have enough intelligence to be able to butcher stuff ourselves, and then... Oh, you can't take the apples from the apple tree without harvestry. Nobody could just reach up and grab an apple, obviously. That's ridiculous. Why would I even think such a thing? I should also mention, I'm reasonably sure that we're not going to get a warning when our love injector wears off. You know, our man here is just going to turn on us suddenly, I think. And that's probably going to be a real bad time for us, because he was a problem before. And now he's multiple levels higher. My dude, what are you being chased by? It was another instance of whatever this thing is. It is a neutral salamander. I think we saw him shoot at it, so it's probably mad. Please stop shooting me with your bow. He doesn't have any arrows left. Weird. Is this thing angry because it was being shot at? Well, it's not angry at me, anyway. Hello, salamanders. Sweet salamanders. Oh, no. So yeah, the Snapjaw hunters just attack random wildlife until they are killed for the crime of having attacked random wildlife. Let's scoop up that blood in my blood skin. And then our dude will dramatically overkill somebody. When he turns, I'm gonna die 100 times. We should try to make sure that we are in Joppa when it happens, if we can. Because I bet Warden Umreg would have some words for him. Can I not go this way? I discovered Forgotten Ruins. Oh, that's cool. I'm kind of doing a thing right now, but I guess we can check out some ruins. Hey, we found a door! Also, another door. Alright, we're on the inside of the wall now, though. This seems like the place we were trying to get to. Nope, there is shale in the way here. Is our dude bleeding? Is that why his thing is red? No, he's in perfect health. Huh. Oh, he's lovesick, that's all. Right, I forgot. We didn't just make him friendly. We caused him to fall hopelessly, irrevocably in love with us. Autogot, strange tubes. Okay, well, I'm a big fan of strange tubes. Let's have a look at these strange tubes, shall we? Let us read their history via psychometry. You know, I was gonna say, hey, the icon on the world map looks like a folding chair. Okay, you know, I guess when it comes right down to it, a folding chair is basically some strange tubes. So it's just a scrap item? Is that correct? It's a trinket. Why would it... What does that mean? Well, it only weighs 1 pound, so I guess it doesn't hurt us to carry it around in the form it's in now. Oh, you know what I should do before I forget and run into a situation where we desperately need one? Do we have the materials to build a love injector? We are missing a lover's blossom. Well, that's not totally ideal. I don't know where we're going to find a lover's blossom either. I'm like, keep your eye out for a plant that looks like a lover's blossom, I guess? Alright, let's have a look at these ruins. Okay, what the hell is your name? Wofu. We're just going to call you Wofu. You know what, actually, there's a door in the north side of the ruin. Let's look that way. Although I guess I should note the door is right next to an obvious gap in the wall, so maybe really we're entering through the huge hole. And maybe this doesn't actually... Okay. Why would this even be like this? Why is there a hallway that just leads into a wall? I'm starting to think these ancient ruins may not actually make any kind of sense at all. Also, free metal folding chair. Okay, this is... What is that? That's something. A statue of implanted eater. Look at it, I guess? Okay, we already did that. Okay, I don't really know what that's for. Here we have a shrine. Hold on a second. I saw that Snapjaw. What is... Hold on, what is that thing? An arc sconce. Can I turn it on? No. I figured, you know, it says it's a sconce. Maybe it's basically like a torch. Ooh, machinery. Tetraxenonoglass? You know, that stuff. The stuff they're always making things out of. Okay, we need to try to find a way into that room from the north, I guess. what are you? A shrine to Yusa II, the Wired Wraith. At a remote laboratory... Right, the circuit board. I have heard of this. Well, let's just go ahead and pray to the Wired Wraith here for a moment. Wired Wraith, help us understand what it is we are observing here. Aha, this one has been graffitied. That's why it's purple. The surface of this object has been scribbled on. It reads, your strength score determines the frequency with which you make with... Your strength score determines the frequency with which he make from dried brine stock? I thought it was going to be, like, a hint, but instead it was just nonsense. Just some Markov chain-generated garbage. Alright, good fire. Solid fire. It's a huge amount of fire that you've just put into the world there. Collect the blood. You could never have enough blood. One day, you're probably going to be like, gee, I sure wish I had more blood. Hey, it's an Argonaut. His cloak bulges around his waist where he stashes scrap on his belt. He doesn't look at you, but 2 steps in front of you. He has a revolver and stuff. We've never seen a person with a gun before. A person who's not me. Hey, Argonaut, do you want to have a conversation? He is totally owning these dudes with his sick revolver. I'll save you. No, okay, you're fine, actually. Friend. He nods mutely. Let's trade. Do you have fun stuff? You don't really have fun stuff. You also do not have any bullets, so I don't know how you're using your gun, but I'd love this microchip. I don't even care how fractured it is. We probably don't actually need these crocossins. Let's give that to you, and then studded leather armor, fairly heavy. This wide-brimmed hat is weirdly valuable. A bronze 2-handed sword. You want this extremely heavy sword? Okay. Friends made. I was kind of hoping he would have bullets. It was really where I was hoping that interaction was going to end with me having a lot more bullets. Oh god, baboons and stuff. Oh no, it's one of those weird purple cats up there. Ray cats. Okay, ray cats are cool. Never mind. Don't get upset about the ray cat. Am I tougher than this thing? It's toughish. I'm a little concerned about the amount of damage we might take here, getting kind of converged on from all sides. But at least we do have something to distract some of the enemies. Don't really need a horned chameleon corpse. Certainly not until I have butchery at the very least. Ooh, is this a bookshelf? You discovered books. I mean, hold on. Take all, obviously. And then let's sit down and have a little bit of reading time. Who knows? Maybe we'll learn something useful. Your base acid resist score is 0. The general deductions, which he scrubs the dirt from his hands with, loose thread. Make sure Spur Fusile survives the attack. I was primed for it, though. Ask a question. The mutation you choose begins with a decorative wreath. This is definitely a procedurally generated text. You are correct, aristocrat. Thank you, book. There appears to our fathers. Mutant albino cave bears. Your base quickness score is reduced by half. But glorious and educating and inspiring as is the nature of this trench-coated man is filthy and wild-eyed. Sometimes she'll catch my eye. When the air robs, the rings would then be persistent and would retain all their qualities. The scarab worm is attached to the Great Salt Desert Mokrayi. That one might actually be true. The peaceable king spent the remaining 6 years of exposure to the efforts of successive generations to obfuscate the venture. The beacon confirmed my hypothesis. On the grip of each infection differ, but all types here. I remember now, for I was in another pot, across Mograyi, being the foremost catalogue of strange civilizations beyond the likes of those questions that first stirred in Hagelrut ages ago. Asphodel, called the Lovely, recently flitted toward the stilt, in a cubic inch of the sadness that maybe one day become. So that tradition continues in present-day Oth. Infiltrate the Mechanimist Cathedral and Merchant Bazaar. It's weird how half of this book is informative and the other half is, like, imperative. You, go infiltrate the Mechanimist Cathedral. It's like the end of Fallout. Return to Argive, travel to the Cathedral of Shekinah, our Argent Fathers, who roamed the universe which has been decorated and dressed as a single slender tube, which trails a thin wisp of smoke. You know, I always suspected that we were living in a big cigarette. I mean, the Reclaimed! He lived deep in the neighborhood of the Odrumiam fiefdoms. How the melodies the comb caves and form city-states called freeholds. Remind packs of the air friction to resist forced movement, and your ability to resist poison and disease. You see, nestling, in the canticles chromaic. Ol Uri laughing? Sometimes in the atmosphere. This dust by the Tuildar of Doria. Wine cellars, honeyhawkers, bookbinders, cobblers. It was founded in 114 PP by the bear. Remember that bear from earlier? Clank think. Clank got it. Clank puff at you. It was known thenceforth as the rate of motion by the door and a hacksaw. So that tradition continues in present day Oth, as all traditions do. Unfortunately, it's encoded, and we do not find yourself inside one of his broad and cragged back. The patient should be if the ether the length of copper wire. It is lined with the blood of the signal interrupts the incandescent stillness. The elements therefore may be observed in close contact with the artifact. And they are led by Shekinah, who occupies a position of prominence. A careful observer may witness the sunsets at Balachulish to be strapped to his eye, and he has marginalized the pagan population. Join your strength score. I love procedurally generated text. There's something about reasonable bits of grammar grafted together into a sentence that is grammatically correct but necessarily meaningless that I find fascinating. This does not always do this. Some of these sentences were very not grammatically correct. My guess is, mostly what these books are going to do for us is sell pretty well. This one is also procedurally generated. You know what? Let me know in the comments below if you enjoy hearing me read procedurally generated text. For now, I am not going to read every procedural book that we happen across, because I bet a lot of people will get bored, but I really do like doing it. Nope, still can't. Man, it is so hard to get. We did take both of those, right? No, I do not want to put anything in the bookshelf. Hold on, do we have an opportunity to get further north here? We do have an opportunity to take some blood. Sweet, sweet blood. You know, everybody's like, SB, what are you doing? This is a terrible waste of your time. But one day soon, we're going to run into a vampire, and then who's going to be laughing? It's me, because I'll have a thing to throw at the vampire to get him to stop chasing us. Okay, this gets us further north. This is something. My dude, you missed slightly. Why don't you get over here and fight this brute? Okay, I can fight a brute, it turns out. They're not that scary. Actually, he's very good at not dying, though. Maybe one of the best not diers I've ever seen. This is definitely better than spending... I'm not even doing anything here. But I guess just hitting it over and over again keeps it in place for my dude to do work. He doesn't seem to actually be doing a lot of work. Yeah, these tortoises suck. We can definitely kill all the snapjaws that run over here to attack us while we're fighting those dudes. I guess that icon is supposed to be the boarskin gloves that he left on the ground. I mean, I'll take those. May as well. Gloves are light. Yeah, it seems like we are more than up to the task of mashing up on some snapjaws. This one is, this warlord is definitely more of a problem. Let's kill that guy real fast, because I'm sure we can. I mean, I'm not really taking a lot of damage here. We are wearing him down. He is now badly wounded. He is now really badly wounded. He's as badly wounded as anyone has ever been. Ooh, what is that? Oh, a bandage. I'll take that. Reload and shoot the tortoise? I mean, we at least do damage when we shoot the tortoise. And it is hitting me. Not all the time, but occasionally. And for actual damage. Jesus. How... He's only considered injured. He's not actually hurt any worse than I am. My big concern here is that I would run out of ammunition before killing one of those things. Speaking of ammunition, reload. Alright, we're just going to try to get off of this screen. That's how I'm going to deal with that. We just saw a Snapjaw Brute gain a level from fighting with random wildlife, which is pretty weird. I guess every creature has to have a level at all times in the environment, right? Okay, there we go. We smash into him enough. He'll go down. Ooh. Otto got a weird artifact. Let's take a moment and have a look at it. It is an electrified bronze two-handed sword. That's a fun idea. And, you know, if you have a power cell. So 1 extra damage. I mean, that's not that cool, honestly. I bet the major value of that for us is going to be sales. Okay, there's a lot of dead guys over here. Was I here? No, I would have picked up the nugget before now. Whoa. What was all of that currency that just blew past us? This area looks a little familiar. Okay, we're making it further north. A lot of activity here. If we happened upon a screen that we had seen before, it would still be revealed, right? I'm realizing I don't actually know for sure that that's the case. Also, man, I have to say that mystery meat really, that stuff lasts. An Ishari banner. What is this? That's not what it says. Isachari. A salt-spangled crimson banner of the Isachari nomad people. Okay, well, I mean, I don't want your crummy battle axe, but I'll take this. Are we going to find ourselves completely walled out again? Also, I haven't seen my friend in a minute here. Okay, he's fine. Right, hold on, let me zoom out. Where are we relative to the thing? Okay, so now we're east of it. You know what? We're just going to try this. And hopefully it won't put us in a terrifying place, and if it does put us in a terrifying place, our friend will be here to save us. This scrap-clad hermit, who is a member of the clan of the Shurkumur's spouse, definitely wants to kill me. The patchwork of burnt metal and rust flake rivets make a gradient of new flesh across the hermit's body. Oh. I see. It looks like our friend is not present. There he is. Alright. She is hitting us. She's just whacking me with a basic toolkit. I managed to make an offhand attack with my lit torch there. I mean, we're definitely winning this fight, but not by as much as I would like. Okay. Shotgun shells, a human corpse. I mean, I'll take the toolkit, I guess. I don't think we need it, and it's not actually valuable, but... Okay, he just lit that glowfish the hell up. I don't know if that was necessary, dude. Wofu, you might be stepping out of line here. A trash monk. Okay. Do you think you maybe should have attacked the trash monk? Why don't you get out there and fight? No? If it's not clear to you, I'm passing the turn here. He doesn't want to go fight. Alright, fine. I'll go out there and fight. Oh! Oh no, I stepped into that steam. I didn't realize that I thought it was smoke from the fire that he cast. And it killed us so quickly. Holy crap. Well, that's a dumb way to die. We were doing so well. Sort of. I mean, we kind of didn't accomplish a lot, but we didn't accomplish a bunch, which is an upgrade from our previous characters, who mostly just died immediately. Okay, well, now I know that I need to be more careful about things that look like they might be steam. We didn't even, we took 2 steps in the steam, and it killed us from pretty much full health. Yeah, it was 36 total damage in 2 steps. Because on each step, we took damage twice. Man, that is brutal. I was going to meet some geologists, and... oh, what a disappointment. Well, I'm going to go ahead and save this tombstone file. And then I think maybe that is an okay place to call it for today. I don't see a good reason to start a new character with 10 minutes left. But when you come back next time, tomorrow, or because this episode's going up so late on account of me being busy today, possibly later today, depending on where you are in the world, we're going to attempt a Truekin thing. We're going to see about cybernetics. We're just going to keep feeling out the game systems. I hope everybody else is having fun. I'm having a blast with this thing. Come back next time for the thing I just said. And we'll see you then.